Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on March the 2nd, 2016. And, in the terms of matches, there's not much storyline-wise. I mean, they continued on building up the Von Villains as a more aggressive team, and that they would probably be meeting up with the Hype Bros. You had a backstage promo from the Hype Bros as well, but nothing much into that sense. The main focal story points of the night were Dash and Dawson and Enzo Amore and Big Cass. They were setting up for a match. Both of them getting backstage promos after they showed the footage again of Enzo getting attacked and everything like that. Basically the same kind of concept that you were going with. It was kind of hilarious listening to Dash and Dawson try to call Enzo and Big Cass cowards, even though they jumped Enzo beforehand. That was kind of hilarious. Very heelish of them. I liked it. But same intensity and everything from Enzo and Big Cass. I've been liking this somewhat of change from them. And then they set up for the match at the Toronto special, the March 12th special. So you're going to have Enzo and Big Cass going up against Dash and Dawson at one of that live house show special that's going to air on the network. So that was their main aspect of that, and they've been doing a good job building up this storyline without the aspect of them having in-ring physicality as of late. So I feel like they've been doing a relatively good job here with this, and it'll be interesting to see how they decide to pull everything off at that network special and how everything goes there. The other main storyline for the night was the Austin Aries debut. That was the big debut, was Austin Aries has come into NXT and everything. I know if you read spoilers, you've known that for quite a while. You haven't, you're just finding out about it. If you haven't seen Austin Aries' stuff before, watch his stuff in TNA, watch his stuff that you can find on the internet. It's really good stuff from him. Some really good matches in there. A guy that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching over the years. So the main storyline aspect of this isn't the aspect that he debuted. It was the fact that Baron Corbin attacked him right off the bat. But before he even gets a word in edgewise, Baron Corbin just comes out and attacks him. I like where they're going with this because it builds off the aspect that Baron Corbin's trying to ruin anything good for William Regal, for not continuing to have him inside of the number one contendership picture, and it gives something for Austin Aries to do right off the bat. He's not going to just be thrown in there, and you're going to have a match here and there, and then he'll have a feud with someone afterwards. It gives him a match right then and there, someone to feud with right off the bat. Honestly, I kind of like this. I kind of like this aspect. It's not too often that you have someone come out there. Well, I mean, oftentimes you have them come out and try to ruin the debut of someone, but the person usually goes over. In this case, Austin Aries doesn't get to go over, just gets beaten down and then gets helped to the back. Like I said, something a little bit different there, something you usually don't see in that sense. So again, I liked where they went with everything. Otherwise, this time around, matches-wise, nothing to really write home about. The Serena Garrett versus Emma match I thought was a pretty good standard fare. Allowed Serena Garrett to get a little bit of offense in there, but for the most part building Emma to wherever they're going with her next. At that point in time, the Von Villains match, standard fare. They were going up against two local guys. Nothing special to write home about. Eliza Sampson. Okay, it's official that he is full-on heel for everything, and I'm kind of getting him a little bit more in the sense of where he's coming from and how that character is supposed to be portrayed in some way, shape, or form. He's just a guy who is overly aggressive inside of the ring and everything. I liked how the announcers were berating him for going for how he was attacking the guy, not just during the match but after the match as well. So again, Really good stuff there, and they portrayed him into a match with a guy that, who's just starting, but they, obviously he might have been an actual Marine or, a military person, but they built him as a military type person and everything. And the way the announcers portrayed Elijah Sampson throughout the match for how he was treating someone from the military was a really, really good way of doing it, and finally kind of give a grasp of this character who doesn't have a manager, doesn't really speak all that much, and that's where the announcers needed to start going with something with him, and they did a really good job here. I liked what they had here. So this brings to the main event of the night. No real storyline behind it and everything. It was Neville versus Finn Balor. Spectacular match. Fun match to watch. No storyline needed. Everything was told right then and there. The main aspect of it is like kind of who's the best NXT champion at any given time. Because Finn Balor's coming close to where Neville's record is. So you have him go up against Neville. Test your current champion versus your former champion. I liked where they went with it. It was a really good match between the two of them. A lot of fun to watch. Other than that, they basically had another backstage vignette with Eva Marie and Nia Jax with William Regal, basically saying, hey, guess what? Your next tag match is like, I'm going to start treating you like stars now. Your next tag match is Bayley versus Asuka. And the look on both of their faces when they found out that Asuka was involved. Again, priceless the way they kind of do it, and the way that they depict Asuka in any way, even when she's not around, is like just this person who's going to beat the crap out of you at any given time. So really good stuff there. So overall this week, match-wise, not much to really speak about. Everything was mostly done promo-wise. The match with Finn Balor and Neville I thought was a really good match. The setup for Dash and Dawson and Enzo Amore and Big Cass, I thought was really well done. You have a small continuation of the Hype Bros and the Von Villains going on there. Obviously, they're continuing on with this whole Nia Jax, Eva Marie thing, going up against Bayley at the moment, but now they're having Asuka involved in there as well, so we'll see where they go with everything. The Elijah Sampson stuff, a little bit better, and the announcers are really helping it out in this case because obviously they're trying to depict Elijah Sampson as a more quiet type person, and they call him the Drifter and everything like that. So again, relatively good stuff this week from NXT. Mostly promo-wise, match-wise, not so much in the terms of spectacular matches outside of Finn Balor and Neville, but otherwise, nothing really bad to speak about. They built up Emma in a way that's pretty good as well, and we'll see where they go with everything with NXT. That's my review this week for NXT, and I thank you guys for watching.